Hello, friends. Let's see. It's not even June new moon. Hello, friends. Hello, hello. I'm trying to see if this is recording. Thank you for joining me here in this special episode. There's so much going on right now, like Mercury retrograde. I don't know. I've been having trouble filming videos, or actually the editing of the videos has not been working. And now I've been having trouble separating the audio from the videos, which is what I do to put up on the podcast. So now I'm wearing two microphones to record separately. I don't know, it's very strange, but thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a very interesting show. I just received a big, some big downloads and activations from another light warrior, another bringer of the light that I wanted to share with you all. These activations that are going to take us into the month of June. So before I kind of give a little bit of an intro and a background about what we're going to be doing, I want to thank you all so much for joining me here yet again, another episode. And you may hear some background noise. That is my dishwasher. It's very strange home things happening too, but I think it's a little bit, it's supposed to be like a soothing kind of ASMR kind of thing, because this dishwasher is really quiet, and so it's supposed to help calm. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Settle in and see if you enjoy what we have to offer here on the show. Consider liking and subscribing if you're watching on YouTube, so that you don't miss out on any future updates or any future shows. Thank you to all of my podcast followers who've joined me from many different podcast platforms, where our work, it's not just my work, but our work is being shared to bring in the community and the soul family who most need to hear these messages and who will most resonate with the work that's being done here. As they will then, as you all do, take whatever is done here and carry it forward in your own journey, in your own light work. So for a couple of days now, let's do this. Make sure we do this. We always do this too, is to get us all into our sacred space. So this is an especially, I just don't even have many words to say about what's happening at this moment. If you watch this when this drops, I'm recording it on this Saturday before the Gemini new moon at the end of May. You can, however, catch this whenever it most resonates with you. Some people, I do know, go back in the show. There's many hundreds of episodes, and people do go back and interact with those. But the energy right now is pretty wonky. It's very intense. It's almost like we can't get into June without doing this work. But let's go ahead and just settle in for the show. It sounds like I'm going to be delivering major activations, air quotes for those of you that can't see me, and that are going to help propel you forward into this month. So I'd intended for this to be a June energy update, but Spirit says we're not quite there yet. So Okay. So I don't know. Let's just calm. I've brought some calming stones, so let's just calm the energy as I wrap us all in love light and light love, inviting in the guides who overlight this show, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, the Pleiadians, to join us in this sacred space. Asking the guides that are here to help me channel in the activations, messages, insights, wisdom, guidance, downloads, whatever's most needed for the highest and best good of all that are involved in watching, either now or in the future. So when I wanted to start talking about the energy of June, I just kept getting like a stop, like you're not there yet. And there's this purging going on right now, for lack of a better word, in the collective, and I'm sure you're feeling it too, because I'm definitely feeling it. It's very, very uncomfortable. Several way showers I watch have put up videos about it, and I'm like, it's only right that I, spread the love and continue to spread the word to my own community about what's happening right now, just so that you're not tempted to either be pulled off course through self-sabotage, or that you think you might have somehow deviated off of, which is something that happens to me. I think I've somehow like deviated off of some path to where I'm headed, and then makes me all like spin out and kind of nervous. And it brings in, fear and anxiety and all of that. And those things right now are what this energy is meant to clear. And many of the lessons, if you can bring yourself up to a higher perspective, many of the lessons that are being integrated right now don't seem like lessons at all. If you look at them with your regular physical eyes, they may seem, again, like, why is the universe punishing me? I thought I was because we just said in our last video, like, things are getting ready to pop off for the next, moving forward. And it's like, okay, I thought, here come the manifestations. It was like, nope, Mercury retrograde is still here until June the 3rd, my birthday, yay. There's still some wonky energy around the ending of May and the beginning of June. There's like this portal that we have yet to step through, and we're doing some major purging and clearing around that. And when I asked the guides, like, well, what deck? Because I don't need a card deck, but I like the decks. They help keep me focused on the messages, and they do provide additional insight via, whatever else is on the cards. But they said there's no deck to describe what's happening right now. So I was like, great. Well, then what? Because I don't, I just want to do something. I also like to bring some creativity and fun into, our show. So I'm not just some, person channeling messages, which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that. But the way I like to work is a little bit different than that. So what I did is I brought my iPad and my pencil, and I've opened up Procreate. And I'm going to just, in the moment, start either automatic writing or symbols or whatever they want me to draw. And that's what we're going to use for this show. I don't expect this to go like super long, because I want you to be able to interact with it probably more than once before the end of next week. So between now and the end of Mercury retrograde, which is June 3rd, you're being asked, not just with our work here on the channel, but with whoever resonates that will help you, uplift you on your journey. You're asked to be and interact with that content as much as you possibly can. Okay. And being that those of us that are way showers that are out there kind of in the public eye sharing this information with others, typically we experience the energies. Yeah, I'm getting chills there. That's my confirmation. Typically we experience the energies in advance of when you might be experiencing them. So what's been happening, what's being shown to me for clearing and energy stuff going on, maybe it hasn't gotten to you yet, but I did see today someone posted an update about the day I'm recording this being a day of huge solar activity, coronal mass ejections, all sorts of solar activity happening in addition to all the other stuff that's going on. So I have a feeling that what I was given a preview of starting a few days ago is something that's going to start to come into your reality as you begin to watch this video. And so I want to have this, or audio, sorry, I don't remember my peeps on the podcast, but as you interact with the content in whatever platform you are. So I did bring a few decks. I just do want to kick it off a little bit. So I brought the magical Nordic Tarot to get a few tarot cards. I did ask them, like, if I'm going to bring decks, which ones? And they gave me this one, and then they said Pleiadian Power. So out of all the decks, these are the ones. So let's just see what the decks have to share. I'm liking this setup. I can actually... Never mind. You don't know. If you can't see me, you don't know how I'm sitting up. Okay. So the card we got from the Nordic Tarot. Well, first of all, let's do this. I'm not going to show the card just yet. I want us to kind of just meditate for a moment on this board. If you're listening to this on the podcast, I'll put the picture of the board up as the thumbnail so that of the podcast episode, so that you can look at this as well. But I want you to just focus, take a couple of deep breaths. So let's do our Pleiadian pick me up, which is, let's take a deep breath together. And let's exhale. And then we're going to breathe in love. Hold. Breathe out love. We're going to breathe in love. Hold. And breathe out love. We're going to breathe in love. Hold. And breathe out love. And I want you to just focus for a minute on this image. And let me, I've already kind of gotten a good look at it. It's just a portal in to a higher dimensional space. And it's an activation in and of itself. It was actually painted on 11/11/21. And so it kind of opens a door for this information to come through. And I'm using it for our cards right now. And the first card we got out of the Nordic Tarot was the Page of Wands with Innocence. There's two rabbits on this card. These cards have keywords. And she is holding a wand. But what I find interesting in this particular card is the wand is going down into the ground. So they're asking me to, I don't know if you guys can see these cards. I'm going to leave it like that. They're asking me to write. So let me see what they want me to write. I'm not that color, I can't see it. Let me just make sure I have, okay. Okay, so the first thing that came out via automatic writing was write the words. So what words are those? Activation, sequence, delta, gamma. Oh my God, this is something interesting. Sorry, it's just to say, oh my God, like it's so crazy. Doot, 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 doot. All right, this means something to someone. Is it for everyone? This is for everyone watching. It's a key code activation. I'm going to stand up for a minute. It's called the Delta Gamma Orion activation sequence. And it's that almost like a Morse code. Delta Gamma Orion activation sequence. And with that, this dragon, which is a stone that was gifted to me, it's very special. It was found at the ocean, and it's a water dragon. You can see like the little eye and the mouth and all that. But this dragon is here to deliver some of these codes. So let me just sit with him for this him or her. It's like she kind of the consciousness within this is a shape-shifting consciousness and kind of takes on whatever's most needed in this now. So we have this activation sequence, Delta Gamma Orion. So let's take a deep breath. Let's run the sequence codes, which will open up the portal to this monadic download of information that I will channel following this activation. So let's just do this. So let's take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. All right. They're directing me. Yeah, but you expect me to like quickly find it. Where is it? They're directing me to my iPad, my tablet, and a piece of art that I did a long time ago that they're saying is this all part of the same? Yes, this is all part of this Delta Gamma Orion activation. So let me, come on, if you want me to show it, then you need to like help me find it more quickly. They're saying, why does it have to be fast? I don't know, that's true, it doesn't have to be. The people here could still be assimilating whatever that light language was that we just brought through. Is it this one? Is that the one? No, it's this one. Okay. This is the rest of the activation. It's built into this drawing that I did quite some time ago. Oh my gosh, you people that are listening, maybe that's why they were like, don't listen. We can't hear. So you're being asked to look at this drawing that I drew, and I saw 1911. So this has to do with soul purpose. It's a magnification of existing key codes, quantum energy, and monadic downloads that are needed for you in order for you to move forward. They're saying this has nothing to do with necessarily with June. This is for your light body. The Egyptian Stargate is opening now. High priests and priestesses of the Egyptian temples of old, arise within you now. The
Kurndi hi hi ha. Yeri hi ri iri ri ri ri. Bri di 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 di. Shin yira hari di 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 di. Jiri ri 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 ri. Shun di 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 di. Jigin ri 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 ri. Key code activations of gold. Thoth, 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 Thoth. Scholars, unite. Hence the write it down that we saw earlier. Thoth scholars are being called forward now to write. It's going to seem like an ancient dialect that you're being asked to just do some stream of consciousness drawing and writing, because the rest of the activation is built into your own. This is a monad. Okay, so we are doing, oh my God, we're doing this activation for our monad. So that's above our soul group. So myself and other way showers are delivering these codes to, oh my God, so many chills, activate our monad. And each one of us has been tasked with delivering a different set of codes so that it's they're saying it's redundant. Oh, it's so clever. It's Atlantis again. Atlantis, I have a lot of stuff going on with Atlantis, but we're each delivering redundant key codes so that what happened in Atlantis does not happen again, where only a few individuals held the codes that were important, and thus once those individuals were quote unquote corrupted, then no one else had the necessary information to basically save everybody at that point. So basically what I'm getting is like Atlantis could have been prevented if the way that information and galactic security information was disseminated had been spread out through redundant programming, or in computer terms of like the 3D world here, you might understand it more as like two-factor authentication. So this is a very advanced teaching. I didn't expect it to go to this, but this is really cool. I do love bringing this kind of thing in, but it's kind of like what is considered two-factor authentication now, where, or like when I was first working, I started working at a bank, and banks have, I don't know if they still do, but back then we had like, it was very similar. It was two-factor authentication. But so for example, to get into the night drop or whatever, it's like I had the physical key and my assistant manager had the combination. Oh my God, so many chills. So this is kind of what this is all about, the redundant programming. And if you're not a deliverer of the information, they're kind of saying this is more like a nice to know, but it helps those of us way showers that will push or move this information forward and out there to your own communities to understand what's happening. So I'm delivering, which I've been feeling now, I've been delivering information to kind of two sets of soul family on this show. One is kind of like our newer awakening folks that are looking for a spiritual community and don't necessarily like some of this advanced stuff is a little bit like, you know, the teacher from Charlie Brown or like wah wah wah. But for you, it's good for you to sit in this energy because your light body is just soaking it in like a sponge, and it will activate you the way you need your DNA to be activated at this time. So if there's things I'm talking about that are just like, ooh, that went over my head, maybe this isn't the channel for me, they're like saying reconsider that, because soon you will tune in and you will be in resonance with the frequency of the information that's being shared for the part of it where you feel like it's too advanced, and it'll all start making sense to you. For my advanced folks, they're saying you're soaking this up like a sponge, you're loving it because you're ready to do more advanced work yourself. And once oh my God, when I get some of these chills, it's just such big confirmation. It's just spirit like pinging me saying, yes, you're on the right track. Keep going with what you're saying. But then when you guys hear that too, you kind of know like, oh, this is meant for me. It's for my folks that are advanced practitioners that are ready to start disseminating more higher level information, almost like you're getting a security level upgrade. And I have shared before, like IT security in the 3D world, in this 3D matrix, is something I was always fascinated in, and the majority of it came very easy to me. I didn't have my career was not IT security, but I really wanted to go into that area where I worked, and it was so niche, and there was like, gotta know Bob, gotta know so-and-so, and his friends are the only ones that kind of work in this area. And it was a very masculine dominated field. Beside the point. But up on the ships, and as my starseed lineage, it's not really called IT, it's called like, it has a different word that's kind of unpronounceable here, but it's like I was like head of IT security for, for intergalactic stuff. So I get periodically in dream state, I'm going into a place where I am saying like, that I'm getting an upgrade to a higher level of IT security knowledge. There goes my train. You guys have got to love this. Oh my God, this house is so funny. Higher level knowledge. So that's hopefully that's a release of air and water, and not, it's another story. Okay. Shmitikara. So you're going to be like fascinated with this knowledge that's coming through. It's something your soul has been longing for quite some time. And so in essence, what I'm delivering to you is like delivering you a security upgrade, key code unlocking. Now, I don't carry the full subset. So just like we said, 2-factor authentication, part of it is me. Like do I have the key? I have the lock. They're saying I have the lock and you guys have the key codes to be unlocked. Okay. So write this down in that activation, write the words. I don't have to go any further than that, because within your DNA, within your light body field, is going to be whatever's there, whatever program needs to start running. I have unlocked it. You now have the key within your DNA, and you know what to do with this Delta Gamma Orion activation sequence. Is there anything else you want to say for that? Okay, they want me to draw a Pleiadian power card. So we have innocence, and then the Pleiadian. Oh, that's so cute. Just confirmation. You are a bringer of the light. So if you were questioning, like, I think what's happening there is kind of like, those of you, there's some of you watching, not all of you, that are kind of like, is this really meant for me? Like, this sounds really out there. And it's like, yes, this you are a bringer of the light is confirmation that yes, you have key codes, you have activation sequences within you. The gatekeeper, hence me, the person with the lock, and the key code work together. And so slowly over how much time? 6 to 9 months, these codes are going to be unpacked. And it sounds like it's a whole new soul mission getting started. Okay, so that's all for that monadic download. Let me start over. How many more do I have to deliver? They're saying I have 2 more. Okay, the next one, let me draw a card. I've been actually, it's so funny, I've been wanting to do this episode like this for quite some time now. So maybe instead of talking, we're kind of getting the best of both worlds. What is going to help raise you out of the funk of what's happening right now is to focus on your own. Yes, you're clearing and weird junk is happening in the 3D that's kind of a catalyst to up-leveling you, but the gift and the way to help you not fall back into lower vibrational frequencies and lower timelines is for me to deliver this activation code to you, because once you get that, your system is in essence rebooted, and you're kind of then gently propelled forward. So it sounds like for most of you, like stuff's coming up, you're going to quickly clear it. Because some of you I know, like me now, you can quickly clear your stuff and you can just be moving forward. And it's not like days anymore. It's just like, oh, this happened. You feel some emotions around it, whatever those emotions might be. You do whatever you need to do to clear and seal your energy. And then you're like back on track. I'm talking like a matter of minutes to hours versus days, weeks, or months. So the next 2 cards, these 2 cards came out together. This dang King of Swords has been following me around. All right, we got the King of Swords with structure, and it came out with the 4 of Pentacles, stability. So let me just take a second to look at these 2 together, because in this case, obviously, what was she? She was a wand. This is a sword. So she was a wand. I don't think that matters. This is a separate activation. Okay, the sword. All right. Let me just place the cards here in case there's anything there's a little bit of a glare. This song just keeps, I've got this song, like this Hall & Oates song that won't leave my brain. I mean, for days and days and days, it's just been coming out. One on one, I wanna play that game tonight. All right, so let's see. We're gonna start with a fresh little slate over here on the tablet and see the terrain. There's so much is being cleared here. And right, the words came back again. Oh, this Mercury retrograde. Okay, I already deleted you, so why would you be back? Layer 1. Clear. That's very interesting. Okay, let's put some different colors on here. I don't know if the colors are important or not. So this might be a little bit of a longer show today. They're having me stay with colors that are kind of in the upper chakras, like purples and royal blues and stuff. Oh, of course. Codes for key level Argonaut. Interesting. Holy smokes. All right, I have no idea here we're going to see. This seems very divine masculine oriented, but it says, I can't remember, activate Kundalini codes for key level Argonaut sequence. It just felt very divine masculine when I was writing it. This King of Swords, this stability. At first I thought it was... and they had to get it. Never mind. All right. Doesn't matter what I thought. Just keep going. Activate Kundalini codes for key level Argonaut sequence. Activate Kundalini codes for key level Argonaut sequence. Delta, Gamma,
Orion sequence multiplication 2, 5, 7, 4, 9, 11. Key code DNA structure activation Kundalini fire dragon template and temple matrices. Kundalini fire dragon code activation sequence begins now. Kini or ish beat hoket ena he shi no ke fale heshna kore ke hafone tika kure shi neke e oya ya 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 ya.
Okie dokie. And they are directing me to another piece of artwork I did quite some time ago. Oh my God, my Kundalini is activated. I'm just going to activation sequence complete. Okay, yes, but they want me to show this rattlesnake, which is part of the activation. Oh, I totally changed it. Is that the... Which one? They want me to show the darker one. Okay, fine. This is a activation drawing that I did a while back called Diamondback Rattler. And this completes, there's some key codes like on the base of the rattlesnake in addition to above the head. And you're asked to just interact with those for a second, that's going to complete the download. Activation structure run time frequency 4.5 light years. So it sounds like this code, and it's kind of weird that you would say what is light years? Well, if it's outside of time, then why do we need 4? The 4.5 is part of an aspect, like an aspect ratio. They're saying I don't necessarily have to always understand all of it, because sometimes I don't hold those same codes. I'm the key, I'm the lock, but I don't always, since I don't necessarily have all of the keys, then I may not completely understand like every single aspect of it, because all of these things would not necessarily all be part of something I would be working on. But this does have to do with soul mission and soul purpose. Hence what I thought was Archangel Michael and this stability here. This does have to do with a career path moving forward. Is it divine masculine and divine feminine? Yes, for both. I'm saying the gender is really kind of unimportant, even though the activation was called something about, even though the activation felt very divine masculine, it has nothing to do with gender. So let's just pull. I'm trying to see, 38 minutes. I thought it was longer than that. I want to just pull a Pleiadian power card around this. Dolphin angels. They are here to assist you by sharing deep wisdom and intense love and joy. So you're being asked to work with the dolphins, like not in the physical world. Well, if you want to go in the physical world, do like what is that called? Like a dolphin interaction, like out in the ocean. Oh, bring up Hawaii, why don't you? Very Lemurian, to swim with the dolphins. Watching dolphins swim. I know a lot of my Instagram feeds, I follow like a lot of the whale watching boats out in the West Coast, and they just post a ton of like dolphins swimming and, you know, live, because they're out there almost every day, you know, doing these whale watching tours and stuff. So you're being asked to somehow interact with dolphins, who may also have additional key code activations for you in your dreams. And Okay, and some of you are dolphin shapeshifters. Very interesting. With a very aquatic nature. And some of you are being called to oceanic work. Oh, I'm gonna cry. When I was a little girl, I wanted to be an oceanographer. I mean, little girl, like they brought it's our Sirius B star. I just have a really fond lifetime or incarnation on Sirius B. But I remember as a little girl, like, was it the 3rd or 4th grade or something? 5th grade, they brought in an oceanography class. And I was just fascinated. I loved every moment of that class. I wanted to be an oceanographer from the moment I did that class. Well, okay, you're never too old, right? They keep saying, but I definitely don't have the schooling for that. But something with working with the oceans that many of you, not all of you, but if it resonates with you, some of you are going to be called to be doing soul mission and soul purpose work around the oceans. It doesn't necessarily have to be a 3D job with a title of the oceanographer or whatever, but it could be energy work involving the oceans. It could actually be, okay, they're having me do some codes. So it could actually be physical work where you go to an ocean and you're doing something physically with the sea creatures or whatever. So just that's kind of part of this activation.
Activate Kundalini codes for key level Argonaut sequence activation and monadic download complete.
All right, thank you. Let me clear the board. All right, these are big activations. So there's going to be a detox kind of required before those keys start to come online. So you are being asked to abstain, to do your best to abstain from anything really heavy in your diet right now and go high frequency between now and June 3rd. Or if you're watching this after that, because some of you may interact with this content after that, then you need to take about 5 days or so on a very high vibe, whatever you consider high vibe. We're not here to say it has to have a particular name around it, but whatever foods, fruits and vegetables, high vibe, alkaline water, those kind of things that make you light up inside, you're being asked to kind of stick to that kind of food plan. Sounds weird. Sounds like never mind. Okay, we got one more. I want to thank all the guides who are present here today. I know there are many light beings, higher light beings with tones, frequencies, and vibrations, many higher light angelic beings here to support this monadic download. And I honor your presence here. I honor your service work. And whenever they respond like with love, it's just kind of overwhelming to my heart space. I just want to thank you all so much for your support on this journey. All right. It's not sadness, but man, why the confirmation has to be tears? I don't know, but it just does. It just does. They're saying like when you recognize each other at a soul level, it does something to the heart, and it just causes like, outpouring of emotion. All right, let's just get on track now. I'm good. For the third and final monadic activation, let's just draw a card around that. Ooh, so fun working with these friends. All right. Oh, yay. I like to see this. We got the Ten of Cups with the joyfulness. Let's take a moment to look at this. Oh, well, this is Norse, right? So it's got some Nordic symbols. They're so small, I can't see them. Nordic symbols on the cups. All right, whoops. Let me set this here. Let me just go to this little board and see what they want to write. Having me change colors now to orange. I threw that away. Why? I think I even deleted it. Let me just see. I'm sorry. They're kind of talking to me to show a photo that I'm not sure I want to show, but they're saying that I need to get over it and show it if I can. I thought I got rid of it. Okay. They're saying that there's different levels of truth. I drew something a while back. My drain. Okay. Does it have to be that one? Okay, well, I thought I even deleted it from there. So just please bear with me for a second. I'm not going to edit this, just whatever you're hearing in the background. I need to find this. Oh, it's getting really warm in here. So this is meaningful because all of a sudden I'm getting really, yes, and they're showing me pictures. Okay, this is a twin soul flame key code activation. And if I can't find this artwork, we're just going to have to do it without it. All right. They're saying draw stick figures if you have to. What the heck is around that? All right, fine. Well, I tore it up and burned it, so I guess I need to start over.
Play and be in the heart. Gamma Delta Orion, Twin Soul Monadic Download.
Oh, here we go again. All right, let me stop this.